We don't know.
Yeah, this thing's a goddamn mess. Now we are live. Now that Vin, we'll finally start this son of a bitch half hour late because of Vin not showing up. And it's the Mush Mash. I can't even talk. Mush Math hour because I have half a mouth because I went to the dentist. So you can't understand me. Vin's microphone's fucked up, and then Mike will probably go out halfway through the show.
More than likely. More than likely.
The camera is probably stuck on somebody. We don't know who. Yeah, maybe Vin's balding head. But, all right, let's get to it right away. I don't have time. All right, let's get to we're going to tear the Band-Aid off. El Super Beasto 62, Texoma Cobras 35, which I'm 99% sure was the lowest score in Cobras history. Stafford shit the bed, -3. Your kicker was your highest MVP.
Was.
So go ahead, real quick, celebrate your victory.
I mean, we're happy for the win. We finally got a win in there, and we were against the Cobras. It's always good when you have a division win, but when your kicker is the highest scoring person, it's hard to really rub it in. But we'll take it. A win's a win, and I'll see you week 13.
That's the pussiest post-game press conference I've ever heard. Both teams are now 1-2, and the Cobras have dropped 2 straight. Going to the battle of the undefeateds, we had DC Defiant dropping the first 100-point game of the season, beating Twat 100-61. Andrew Luck looked like the MVP this year, 31 points.
A good thing he didn't play like last week. We had our bet. That would have been bad for me.
Yeah, Twat had 3 Broncos at Seattle like he was warned, and they didn't get the job done. DC is now the only undefeated at 3-1. Twat falls at 2-1. And it's also DC Defiant's first ever win against the Twat. And it's also my only one correct pick of the week, my upset special. It's the only one I got right. Next game, we got Cocksmucker 69, Cunt 66. This is actually our first good game of the season. Cocksmuckers was struggling. They were 0-2, and they were at 7%. Yahoo had them at 7% to win the game. And he had Martellus, something Bennett, the tight end. He had 2 touchdowns. Who?
He's a black unicorn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's a black unicorn. A black unicorn fucking rode the rainbow. And they ended up pulling off the victory despite Matt Ryan's 23 points. Both teams are now 1-2. And that was the closest game of the season so far. All right, let's get to Vin's big win. Fear Boner 78, the Dirty Pirate Whores 58. All right, Vin, it came down to Marshawn's Lynch crazy overtime touchdowns. Go ahead, give me your post-game celebration.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Sitting next to the Dirty Pirate Whores in his basement, watching his direct TV, watching my team pull it out with Peyton Manning on a late touchdown to force overtime, and then Marshall Lynch to win it in overtime. So that's a Fear Boner special right there.
All right, so Fear Boner's now 2-1. I think they're first place in that division. Quarters fall to 1-2. And big upset of the week. Brew Crew rolled over Dead Kitten 74-52 or 56, excuse me. Nick Foles had a big game, but it wasn't enough. He had 24. Brew Crew's wide receiver showed up. Julio Jones on Thursday night crushed it with 19. And Antonio Brown sealed it on Sunday night with couple of touchdowns. Yeah, there was Kittens were a 69% favorite. So what we learned so far is that Yahoo doesn't fucking know shit. Brew Crew is now 2-1, won 2 straight, or leading the Founder division. Kittens fall to 1-2. And to wrap it up, in the Patron division, we have the freshly squeezed Orange 74, Squatch 65. This game was all about defense. Orange outscored them 30-16. DeAndre Levy, I don't know where this guy came from. He was newly at it. Apparently he had everything, a safety, all sorts of shit. 16. They were also a 77% favorite, Squatch. So much for that shit. Orange is 2-1. More importantly, they're 2-0 in the division, and Squatch is 1-2, and they're 0-2 in the division. So that's going to matter later on. All around bad week for me. 1-5 in the picks. Mike, you had a 3-3 week, so you're beating me 8-10, and I'm 7-11 for the year. More shockingly, anyone surprised? There's no 0-3 teams in the division. That's a surprise, right?
That surprise? Yeah. with all the injuries this year, these matchups, that's a shocker right now. But we'll see how that goes the rest of the season.
All right, moving on to week 4, and now the bye weeks are starting up, and this is my one commissioner warning of the year. I will not tolerate any fuck-ups this year. There's going to be cap penalties handed out next year. So if you're starting guys on bye, or if you're starting guys who are fucking hurt, I'm going to come down Roger Goodell style. Well, actually not. It doesn't make any sense. He fucked up. And I'm not going to Roger Goodell it. I'm going to come down hard, and you're going to get some cap penalties. So don't fuck up. Don't send me text messages this week not knowing how to fucking do things. I'm talking to George out there. All right. Let's get to week 4. We got the 1 and 2 Cobras. For some reason, they're a 57% favorite over the 1 and 2 Dead Kittens. Yahoo has to be projected for 80 points. Mike, you feel me this week like Yahoo?
Yeah, you know what? I am going to go with the Cobras this week. This was a tough one. Both teams are really like a coin flip. Looks like a coin flip on paper. But I'm going to go with the Cobras. I feel like even though Charles is still a question mark, and El Fabrizio is actually hoping he doesn't suit up and play, because Niles Davis was running for us. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I feel Stafford's going to bounce back, and I'm rolling with the Cobras on this one.
All right, Ben, you made me wait a half hour for you. At least you better be picking me now.
Yeah, maybe a slight edge, because I don't believe Nick Foles is going to have a good game against St. Fran, and the Jets' defense secondary is pretty piss poor. So I think your quarterback's got a pretty big advantage there. So I think you can slim it out. And if Jamal Charles plays or not, that's a big thing. See, it's a Monday night game. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to play him? You going to sit him?
I'll figure that out Sunday at 12:59 p.m. I'll take that gamble.
Well, yeah, hopefully make the right decision.
Yeah, I agree too. It does look like I'm not feeling good anyway after scoring 30 whatever points I scored. It wasn't good. So Cobras are 5-7 all time against the Kittens, so there's not a lot of luck there. I'm not feeling Yahoo's 80 points. I don't know where that's coming from. And yes, Foles is at San Fran. Steve Brown has AJ Green on bye. That's good for me. So I'm going to say I'm going to edge him out 62-60 in a close one. All right, Vin. This week you have a toss-up. It looks Yahoo has you a favorite, but that's because Twat has a 0 on their lineup. So it's really a pick-em. 2-1 Twat against a 2-1 Fear Boner. You beat George last year in your one matchup. So tell me why you're going to win this week.
Yeah, well, this week it's almost like a fair half erection because I got a lot of buys this week with my big studs on buy. So I don't know if it's the full force boner as normal. But
half a chub? Is half a chub enough to beat the Twat?
Yeah, I think the Twat are still scared of a half a chub because Teddy Bridgewater is starting quarterback. Yeah, it's George. George and Todd don't know it. They somehow win a lot of games, but they're just awful at fantasy football. I don't understand. I don't know how they keep winning games.
Mike, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Half Chub here. Teddy Bridgewater starting for you. That might change that later on, but that's a rough one right there.
Mike, you would know about bitching out because like I called it. Not that it mattered, but you bitched out and put Tom Brady back in at the last minute.
Yeah, I listened to the one thing you should never do is listen to their stardom sit 'em. The last second I bitch out, but it really didn't matter when you scored 35 points anyway. So yeah,
you could have started Vinny Testaverde. You still would have won. A little jab at Vin there, a little Vinny Testaverde.
I gotcha, but yeah, I don't really like too many. All Twats matchups seem bad here. Not that Fear Boners are all that great. I do like Kaepernick in there against the Eagles. I hate to give up points early in the game, so yeah, I'm going to go with the Fear Boner myself on this one.
Yeah, well, this is actually it's actually lucky because half the Twats roster are Broncos, and then Vin also has Peyton Manning, so the bye weeks cancel each other out.
Yeah, got lucky on this one.
Yeah, but so this looks like a fucking snooze fest. This is fucking terrible. I'm gonna say Fear Boner wins 55-51 because there's a lot of shitty names on these fucking starting lineups this week. All right, let's move on. We got the 1 and 2 Cocksmuckers at 63% favorite over the 1 and 2 Dirty Pirate Whores. Cocksmuckers are 1-0 all time against the Whores. Mike, who do you got in this one?
I'm going to have to go with the Cocksmuckers in this one. I have a feeling that the Whores may have given up already on their season. They traded away 2 of their best players for, another 2 okay players and a draft pick. And you got Eli Manning starting for you. Whew, that can never be a good sign. So, cocksmuckers on this one. Sorry, Horrors. Looks like your ship's going down the season early.
Wow, so you shit on Sean's fantasy team and his Giants quarterback all in one
shot. Look at that.
Well, like I said, all passive aggressive. Like, hey, Sean, fuck you. Don't sugarcoat it. All right, Ben, who you got?
I think I'm gonna have to go with the cocksmuckers as well. I mean, we basically got a quarterback wide receiver combo on both teams. One's the Chargers, one's the Giants, and the Chargers beat Jacksonville this week. I'll take Rivers and Allen over Eli and Victor Cruz. So I think cocksmuckers been going away with this one. I think it's going to be the blowout of the week.
I don't know. I'm not liking this show. We're all agreeing. Unlike last week where I was disagreeing with everyone and I was wrong every time. But I also take the cocksmuckers. Yeah, Rivers at home against Jacksonville. You can't bet against that. And more importantly for the Horrors, Doug Martin is MIA. He was a Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, and now I don't know. You can't find it. He's losing. He might lose his starting job there in Tampa. So I'll go with the cocksmuckers. All right, let's move on. The cream of the crop of this league, I hate to say it, the 3-0 DC Defiant. Guy doesn't even show up to the draft, and yet he's crushing this league. He's a 2-point favorite. I don't have the numbers are a little fucked up, so let's just say 2 points against the 1 and 2 Cut. Cut is 2-0-1 all time against DC, so they've never lost to DC. So, Mike, is this a week the DC finally loses?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna go. The DC Defiant goes down this week. Andrew Luck has been keeping him alive. I don't think he's gonna keep it going for him. That's about the only matchup I like. Marshall's hurt. Crabtree might have a bad matchup against Eagles secondary. That's not too bad. Matt Ryan, Hunt's got Matt Ryan going for him. They got the new big guy, Des Bryant, that they just picked up. Darren Sproles gonna have a big game. You got Jimmy Graham with another big game. So I'm going with the Cunt this one. DC goes down, the first loss of the season.
Ben?
I think I hate to keep agreeing, but I kind of the Cunt is outside of their suspensions. They just win a lot of regular season games from what I hear. They won a lot last year. I heard years before they won a lot of regular season games. Hence the regular season.
But they're 1 and 2 this year. I think Cutton's on the downswing this year.
Yeah, but you know what? They're starting. I'm looking at their roster. They're starting to right the ship after all their suspensions and beating wives and kids and getting all that out of the way. And they're pretty slim, but they got an alright team.
They're a team of mercenaries and thugs, man. It's not getting it done. All right, finally, you're both wrong. DC Defiant. Andrew Luck's at home against the Titans. Andrew Luck's good. He's good for 25 points every week. That's what he's been winning with. That's what he's going to keep winning with. Matt Ryan's going to Minnesota. They're not going to lose, I don't think, but I don't know. Maybe Bridgewater's for real, and the whole team's going to teams rallying around a rookie quarterback. So I don't think Matt Ryan's going to have. He's going to have about like 10. I don't see the trade getting Des Bryant. I don't think this trade helps the Cunt. So and the team, they don't have any. Yeah, they're all out of all their running backs or in jail or under indictment. They got a bunch of RB3s. They don't even have a second string running back. They got Sproles is hit or miss, and he's at San Fran. Cunt doesn't. You need at least some kind of running game, and Cunt doesn't have it. So I said DC's going to stay undefeated. Next up, we got another Mike. You're a big underdog this week. The 2-1 freshly squeezed orange is a 67% favorite over your 1 and 2 El Super Bisto. Well, what's up with that, Mike?
Yeah, well, I mean, on paper, we look like shit, man. I mean, big bye week. We lost another player last week. Another tight end went down. Ain't much out there, but I'm going to have to go with the upset special this week. So my boy Jay Cutler is going to get his first start of the week. Going to have a big game at home versus Green Bay. Do a shitty secondary over there. We're going to put Ruben Randall in there. I think he's going to get a good breakout game. And my boy Cody Parker's going to keep on rolling. And, you know, MoJ can go fucking suck on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you said, and then speaking of the kickers, now that you have yourself a new nice young kicker, we have to take a moment of silence, and we've inducted Rob Baronis as the first player into a team's Wall of Fame.
Rob Baronis.
Yeah, Rob Baronis, rest in peace. He decided to drive his car off a cliff or something. I don't know the details. Yeah. But he was El Super. He was El Super Beasto kicker for El Super Beasto's kicker for since his league's inception.
5 years running, yeah.
That's it, man. That's a shame. No, now you got a new Eagles young kicker. You're 6-1 all time against Steve Brown's boy Josh.
Got that going too.
Yeah, you got that going. Yeah, I'm gonna go with history over Yahoo. This is also my upset special. I think you have all new defensive players this week. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden you fire everybody, or is it bye weeks?
It was bye weeks. We switched it up. Yeah, a little bit of both. My defense has been shit head lately. So
yeah, this is what the game. That's what the game's going to come down to. Especially Squeeze Orange had like 30 points last week. That's not going to be repeated. Color over Brady. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I think defense is going to be the factor. I think all your new guys who signed off the street are going to. Ben, you coming with us? You going upset special this week?
No, I'm gonna ride the freshly squeezed on this one. I think Tony Romo's starting to his back starting to mend or whatever. They're not practicing him on Wednesdays or some bullshit. So he looks like he's starting to come back around.
Yeah, I watched the news here outside, Dallas area. He takes a nap every Wednesday in the corner of the practice field.
Yeah, Jerry gives him a quick handy in the corner. He's good to go on game day. So we'll see how that goes. But the only problem I see with the freshly squeeze is they got a couple guys playing tonight, and I try and stay away from the Thursday games. They're usually piss poor and not very good fantasy-wise, unless you're Matt Ryan and Julio Jones.
They're not good anything-wise. They're not good to watch. They're not good for fantasy. They're not good for the competition in the league. They're terrible. You can't play a football game on 3 days rest. It's the worst thing they ever came up with.
I agree. So when you got Pierre Garcon and Alfred Morris going tonight for your team, you might be in a little bit of trouble. But they get outside of that, I think they win.
All right.
The only game we disagree on this week, all of us?
Well, no, I have DC. I have DC over Cunt.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, man. Neil's got a horseshoe shoved up his ass. Indianapolis Colt horseshoe, apparently. All right, we got the 1 and 2 scrap. To wrap it up this week, we have the 1 and 2 Squatch, 63% over the 2 and 1 Brew Crew. Brew Crew have a slight edge all time, 5-4 and 1. I'm going to take the Squatch. Drew Brees crushed that in Dallas last year, killed him. I think it was like 400 first downs or something like that. He's going to do it again. Brew Crew, they got issues. Arian Foster, I don't know what happened. I guess Bill took a gamble, thought he was going to play. That was kind of a fuck up. So Brew Crew, I'm going to give a slight edge to Squatch in this one. I think Squatch wins a close one. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you again, only because I need Brew Crew to go down anyway, trying to stay relevant in the division. But yeah, I'm with you. Drew Brees gonna have a big game at home. I think Mike Wallace gonna have a big game in Oakland. LaShawn McCoy gonna run all over San Fran. Same thing with you. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers ain't looking too good. He does have Julio Jones, but the only shining aspect of this team, I think Arian Foster might not play again this week. Owen Daniels, come on, it's Owen Daniels. So yeah, I'm going with Squatch too. Brew Crew goes down 2-2. You might win. It might be a 2-2 tie in the division at the end of this week.
Yeah, our division is not going to be decided until the end of the year. Who do you got, Vin?
I'm going to go with the Brew Crew on this one. I think Aaron Rodgers has another bounce-back game because the Bears secondary, I think they're hiring guys off the street right now to play. If Geno Smith can throw for 300 yards on him, Aaron Rodgers is good for the running. So, just on that alone, I think he'll beat Brees this week. I think he'll score more points than Drew Brees, and I think that's how they win.
That's
I'm a little nervous about Arian Foster, and I'm not seeing a lot of backup running backs on his team, and I don't think Arian Foster's going to play, so he might have another 0 on Arian Foster this week.
All right, that's it for the show. Vin, Fairboaters 2-1, and you got DC to fight in that division. You going to win that division this year?
Yeah. Apparently, I signed the Magic Man, Peyton Manning, this year.
Oh yeah, Mike has been sucking your cock on this show. I don't know if you've been watching. But
sadly, I do watch these shows. I'm trying to make it a halftime thing at Slim's house to watch these things on the big screen. So you might use the whole next
awesome.
Oh man, that's going to be terrible on the big screen on half times. Well, I don't know. The show's getting 25 views a week, and I'm like, there's only 12 people in the fucking league. I guess people's mothers and sisters or brothers are watching.
Yeah, someone's putting the word out, man.
All right, that's it. Well, we'll see you next week.
Later.